Look at this beauty. This sweet little butterfly posed for me at a butterfly garden at the North Carolina Zoo. If you've never had a chance to go, it's a fabulous zoo. I believe it is the largest natural habitat zoo, at least in the United States. But anyway, if you've never been there and you like zoos and you like seeing a lot of wild animals, that should totally be on your list. Anyway, so in order to get started, I do want to try to plan out my background and my butterfly, because all of this picture is going to be, the base of it is all going to be a collage. And then we will go in and add more details later. So the first thing that I need to do is I am pulling my Gelli plate papers, and I'm going to go through and, find the pieces that I need, rip those up, and start laying down a base design for this project. If you don't have Gelli plate papers, that is okay. Don't let that stop you from doing this project. People were collaging long before Gelli plates came along, although Gelli plates do make it nice. If you don't have any Gelli plate papers, then, I will say that I do like thinner papers to do these projects with. And with that in mind, a few things that you could use around your house that you may already have would be magazines, old magazines that you're no longer interested in. You could certainly pull colors from those. Tissue paper, like gift wrap tissue paper, totally you could use that. Let me think, what else? Oh, if you have any napkins and you do anything with crafting with napkins, you always pull that second and third ply off. Those plies could be stained with a watercolor or something like that, and that could create a really fabulous look and a really fabulous texture. So those are just a few places to get those thinner papers. Now you can also do this project with regular copy paper. If you don't have anything else, just, grab some acrylic paints, paint up your papers, and then just use those to start creating your collage. I am just starting by ripping up some of these papers and trying to get, a similar background laid out that I can work with to start creating my collage. So I'm just going to keep working at this, and I'm not going to bore you while I go through and lay all of this out. When I'm ready, we will start gluing these papers down. So let's just keep going.
All right, now once you're happy with the design, here is a sneaky trick. Place a piece of cardboard over everything, press it down like it's a sandwich, and flip. Your perfect order stays intact. And now it's glue time. A little ModPodge paper formula, nice even layers. Think peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, not a glue puddle, just a nice even coat. Place it down, smooth it out. No air bubbles allowed. Air bubbles will cause weakness points in your project. So, patience is key. we are going to let each layer dry before adding the next. Trust me, your future self will thank you. And based on the way that we flipped our layers over, we know which layers we're adding on first. So you pull from the top and start gluing those down. Once that layer is glued down and it is dry, then we will go in and start adding our second layer. So I will be speeding up some of this process so that you can see most of this taking place. All right, everything is good and dry. So now we are going to add some extra interest. I'm using a doily as a stencil to give the ground a little extra texture. I am also grabbing some dried leaves, adding a little paint, and we are going to stamp those down to add some instant leafy goodness. Next, it is time for some outlining. I traced the leaves, added some detail work to the tree trunk, and even gave the flowers a little definition. And for even more fun, I am grabbing a stylus to outline some flowers and leaves. Sometimes we make crisp, bold lines, and other times I just like to smudge the paint with my fingers. Because honestly, fingers are just one of your best tools. For the star of the show, I printed out a slightly larger version of my Monarch. Instead of drawing it directly onto the canvas, we're going full collage mode. Now, in order to do this, I used a pencil to trace around each section of the butterfly's wings, the orange sections. Once I have used my pencil to go around several times, we're going to use this like a rub off. I'm going to place my collage paper face down and then use something to rub that pencil mark onto the back of my paper. We will then cut that out and we will have an almost perfect piece to create this collage butterfly. Snip, 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 and one by one, all of the orange pieces come together like a butterfly mosaic. Instead of drawing my butterfly on the canvas, I'm gluing down my enlarged image. I am not good at drawing, and I find that this is just an easy way to get my main focal point on this type of art. Now, I am going to glue down each little wing piece that we cut earlier. It's like a collage inside of a collage. To make the Monarch pop, I went ahead and outlined everything in black using a pen and also paint. And of course, what's a Monarch without its signature white dots? A few final touches. The artwork is complete. This project made use of jelly plate papers, a little Mod Podge, and a whole lot of fun. If you are like me and don't draw well, this is a great project to try. If you do something similar, share your results with me. You can find me on Instagram and on Facebook. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your own collage creations. Until next time, keep creating.